Hey guys, welcome back. I'm finally showing you my makeup routine and I'm so excited. This has been highly requested. I'm starting off with moisturizer. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge. This moisturizer is so hydrating. I did a brand deal with them recently and I truly love this moisturizer so much. Obviously we can't forget sunscreen. I'm going in with the Elta MD sunscreen. I would honestly use more, but this sunscreen is always out of stock on Amazon. Like, it literally takes me forever to find it, so I use this product very sparingly, but it's definitely my favorite sunscreen. So I always start off with brows. I'm using the e.l.f. brow pencil in deep brown, and I'm using the spoolie to brush out my brow hairs. My brow hairs are crazy. They go anywhere they want to. They genuinely don't listen to me. I should use a gel, but I don't. So I'm starting at the very front of my brow and making a line underneath. I also use this pencil to create some lines on the front of my brow to kind of extend them a little bit and make them look like brow hairs. So I'm just doing that, and then once I am kind of happy with the shape, I'm using the James X Morphe palette and just going into this deep brown shade, and I'm going over the same areas that I use the pencil with just to darken it up a little bit. I'm also adding a bit to the tail ends of my brows just to extend them a little bit because they are a little bit sparse there, and then I'm just brushing it through with the spoolie. Next is primer. I'm using the Peter Thomas Roth No Filter Mattifying Primer. This is such a good primer. I feel like it was cheaper before, but everyone started using it, so they increased the price, which is kind of annoying, but it's so nice for mattifying your pores. I have huge pores, so I really need something that kind of fills them and makes them look flawless. And this primer definitely helps me achieve that. It's so long wearing and mattifying. I only have good things to say about this primer. So I'm going to clean up those brows with the Fenty Pro Filt'r concealer. I'm just running it underneath the brow as well as on my eyelid to kind of use this as a base for my eyeshadow. So I just take a small liner brush and clean up the edges to make everything super sharp. And then I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend out all my eyelids. I'm going to go straight in with a little bit of powder. This is the Vasanti Lotus Brightening Powder. I'm just brushing over a very light layer of powder just to stop any creasing on my eyelids. My favorite part is to color correct. I have under eye bags and just overall discoloration in my face, which is totally fine. It's normal. But I always need to color correct, so this is the Vasanti VO2 Wonders of World Concealer Duo. First, I'm going in with the orange corrector, and then I'm also going over with the medium beige concealer that comes in this duo. I'm also going around my mouth area because this area tends to get a little bit dark, and also on my cheeks because I have a little bit of discoloration and acne scars. Then I'm taking my beauty blender and just blending that in to make sure there are no lines. I'm then going in with the Vasanti Brighten Up Glow Boosting Serum. This has quickly become one of my favorite products to use. This creates such a beautiful glow on the skin. So I just ran that all over my face, and then I'm going in with the Hudabeauty Full Filter Foundation in Amaretti, and I'm just dotting that all over my face. I'm then going in with a flat brush just to distribute all of the product all over my face, and then I'm going to go in with a beauty blender to make sure the product is nicely blended into my skin. Alright, so it's time for concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in Medium Honey. This is a little bit too dark for me, so I do go in with a lighter concealer. But I'm just putting that in the usual areas that I like to highlight and conceal, which is under my eyes, around my nose and mouth area, on my forehead and my chin. To highlight, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer in Light, and I'm just putting that again over the same areas, and then I'm going to let this sit on my face for about a minute or two just to help the product develop a little more. So while I'm waiting, I tend to start on my eyeshadow. I'm just going to take my bronzer palette. This is the ABH Medium to Tan Contour Palette. They got rid of this and I'm honestly so sad. This is so old and disgusting. I do not recommend to use old palettes, but I just can't find anything that's similar to this, so I can't stop using it. So now I'm just blending out my concealer because it sat for about a minute or two, and I'm just blending it out with a beauty blender. Alright, once we're done blending, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Veil powder. This is my favorite powder. It's so buttery, smooth, and soft. I'm also just applying the smallest amount because I just don't want my under eyes to crease. And then we're going straight back to eyeshadow. I'm using the same contour palette as I mentioned before, and I'm kind of creating a little bit of a V on the outer corner of my eye. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but that's basically what I'm doing. This is my go-to eye look. It's super simple. Now I know I'm going in a weird order, but this is just genuinely what I do. So I'm going in with the same powder all over my face just to mattify everything and make sure everything stays in place. Next, we're doing blush. So I'm using the Rare Beauty blush in Love. This blush seems so scary when you first put it on. I'm not gonna lie, the first couple times that I used it, I was a little bit scared, but once you start blending it in and use the beauty blender, everything's fine. But I'm basically just creating a W. So extending down my cheekbone onto my nose area, and I just find that this gives a really nice blush. I'm also bringing a little bit onto my chin as well as my forehead, and I just do this because I like colors to be matching all over my face. So we can't forget nose contour. I'm going in with the same contour palette and I'm running the shade all the way up to my eyebrow. So I start off by making a line and then I slowly start to blend it. So the ultimate goal of this is to make my nose look cute and button-like. I know that's not possible in literal sense, but I try anyways. So as you can see, I'm kind of blending it a little bit up towards my eyebrow and then just blending out the edges. And then I create a little bit of a line right there. And that's basically how I do my contour. After I'm done blending, I'm going to use the same translucent powder and I'm kind of packing that on the sides of my nose, making sure to leave the line that I created for my nose contour. And I'm bringing this powder into my inner corner, if that makes sense. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing, but that's essentially how I try to make a smaller nose. Now I know baking isn't for everyone, but it personally works really well for my skin. And I just like the overall look of it, especially with this powder. Now we're going to try to curl our eyelashes, but as you can see, my lashes do not give a shit and they just don't listen to me. So that was kind of useless, but I want to show you guys anyways that I do that. I'm going in with bronzer next. Again, I'm using the same palette. I like colors matching on my face. I like to place my bronzer a little bit above my cheekbones just to create a lifted look. I'm also running that over my forehead and under my jawline. And then I'm going in with lashes. I'm using these lashes that I swear I got from China. I don't even remember, but I have them and they're cute and they're wispy. I'm just adding some Duo lash glue onto them. And then I'm going in with the Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. This is such an amazing mascara. If you haven't tried it, you really should. It's not waterproof. I don't know if they have waterproof versions. It really adds definition, it adds length. After that's done, my lashes are pretty much ready to put on, so we're gonna pop those on. And then I'm going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. This has been my favorite for a very long time. It's one of those OG mascaras that you know is always going to be good, so I'm just adding that on my bottom lashes because it's waterproof. Then I'm going to wipe away the powder with a fluffy brush, and I'm trying to not mix around the product too much. I just wipe it away very lightly. Alright, we're getting near the end. I'm adding that same contour color. I shouldn't say contour, it's like a bronzer, but I'm adding that shade onto my lower lash line to kind of give more of a deeper look. I don't know, it adds dimension or whatever. Next I'm going in with the Liquid Luminizer from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Flaunt. This is such a pretty gold metallic-y shade. It is so pretty when it catches in the light. I swear to you guys, you need to try it out. I'm blending it out with a beauty blender and then I'm going to go in with highlight. This is the Vasanti North Star Astro highlighter. This is also a really great product. I would recommend these if you are into Becca highlighters. I know they're shutting down, but this is pretty comparable, I would say. Next is lips. I'm going in with the Annabelle lip liner in the shade Spice. I get so many questions on a daily basis about what combo that I wear on my lips, and it's most likely some sort of variation of this, but I always use this liner. It is my go-to. It's pretty much my lips but better. I do overline a little bit. I don't go crazy, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm going over that with the Kylie Liquid Lip in Malibu. This is a matte liquid lipstick. I'm adding one swipe and just blending it in with my lips. And right over that, I'm going to use the Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fussy. This is such a pretty gloss. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's, again, my go-to. Last and final step to makeup is setting spray. I'm using the Morphe setting spray. I love this. It's so long lasting. I do also like going in with the Beauty Blender to help push the product into my face to make sure it's even more long wearing. So yeah. And my hair is super greasy today, so I'm just going to curl it. Put a little bit of dry shampoo, put curls in, put a little braid on the side, and you're good to go. That's pretty much my go-to makeup look. I was getting ready for a maya, and I got a lot of questions about my suit and jewelry. So my suit is a ready-made suit from India, and my jewelry is from here. I can't remember exactly which store it was from, but it was from the File Business Center. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what other makeup looks you guys want or other videos. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!